Welcome back to another 90 Day Fiance recap. We're going to talk about the tell-all part 2, Happily Ever After. It was pretty boring. I could have done without. Part 1 was so fun. It was so entertaining. And then part 2 was, what was that? What was that? It was I could have done without. So let's talk about it. All right, but I'm not going to get into like too much detail because it's really not worth it. But we pick up where we left off with Lauren and Libby fighting.
You can't recall.
I called him a
you
dick.
Called your best friend.
All I'm doing is apologizing.
Man.
I'm sorry I called you a dick.
Hold up.
I'm sorry your butt hurt over it.
Okay,
I'm so sorry.
And I love how they basically admitted that they were bitching about their husbands together. For 5 years, they were talking shit about them, complaining about them. They bonded over being anti-plastic surgery and anti-filler, anti-Botox, anti-this, anti-that. And I love how the camera panned, not to Yara, but to Darcy.
Oh, we're not fake. We don't like plastic surgery. We don't like Botox. We don't like fillers. We don't agree with that stuff, right? We're like most Florida women like that stuff.
Oh, that was savage. So apparently they bonded over that and like all the other Miami women get it, but those two don't. And Libby's like, yeah, so suddenly you wanted all this stuff. And Lauren's like, but I needed the tummy tuck after having 3 kids.
You're like, I'm getting a tummy tuck. I was confused.
I've never wanted that stuff. But after I had my 3 kids, I did need the tummy tuck because I had the abdominal diastasis.
By the way, who the cares if Lauren all of a sudden wants plastic surgery after never wanting it? Like, people are allowed to change their minds. Libby. And just because you are anti-plastic surgery and plan on never getting surgery or any kind of cosmetic procedure doesn't make you a better person, okay? They also bonded over having Eastern European husbands who are super traditional, and they both think that stay-at-home moms don't really do anything at home, so they would joke about that, like, oh, what are you doing today? And the other girl would be like, oh, I'm just doing laundry, taking care of the house, making dinner, nothing, apparently nothing, because that's what my husband thinks, and they would laugh over that because both of their husbands were the same way. Jasmine chimes in, and she's like, yes, it's so therapeutic to have somebody complain about your husband. Julia and I did that all the time. By the way, Brandon, don't ever look at your messages. You don't want to know.
To have a friend to bitch about your husband.
And it is therapeutic.
So therapeutic. I do it with Julia all the time. Brandon, you don't want to see it.
Damn, she just outed Julia like that. Oh, I want to see those messages. Julia probably had a lot to bitch about.
You, before we went out, told them that I was making fun of Yara and talking about her clothes and this and that, which is why I stormed off because I was so done.
So Sean asks Libby if she told Yara that Lauren made fun of her clothes, and Libby goes, made fun of? No, I never said she made fun of her clothes. I just said that she discussed her clothes. And Sean goes, roll the tape. Now, in that scene, Libby tells Yara, yeah, Lauren's been saying how, like, Miami got to your head and just really other nasty comments. So just tread lightly, because bitches be fake. Okay, Cara.
And just nasty comments about you and, like, things that you wear. I just don't want you to get hurt in the long run.
Oh, she did.
Straightforward. Bitches are fake.
Libby should be a housewife because she's giving major housewife energy, but not the housewife we love. The housewife we hate. A la Gretchen and f***ing Emily Simpson.
No, what? And then you get it about no, it was aggressive.
So then Sean asks Yara if she's still friends with Lauren, and Yara goes,
yeah, we are friends.
Okay, what about with Libby?
I don't know.
And Libby looks at her like, what?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure.
And that's where the tell-all part 1 ends, and then everybody goes to the house of hell, and this time, Matt's included. Now, I just want to let everybody know that I am no longer, like, necessarily Team Jasmine. I'm actually on Team Matt. If I had to pick one person out of Jasmine, Gino, and Matt, that triangle, I am going to pick Team Matt. So, Jasmine, if you hurt Matt's heart, I didn't think about what I was going to say next, but you are going in my shit list. So everyone heads home to the house of hell to eat dinner and get drunk. Jovi wants everyone to be friends again, so he takes Andre and Libby to where Alex and Lauren are, and hopefully, like, he's trying to talk things out, but then it doesn't work out that way.
Let's keep it a little more civilized. I think it got way too aggressive, way too quick.
I yelled, and I hate that I yelled. I'm not going to apologize for yelling, but I hate that I yelled.
Lauren begins to tell Andre, I never said you were a horrible person, but I did say you're a dick, 'cause you have dick characteristics. characteristics. Okay, yeah, I am dick sometimes.
Okay.
Your characteristic is a dick.
Yeah. Okay.
Lauren wants to know who brought up the word body shaming. Who said Alex body shames Lauren? And Andrea can't come up with an answer, but it's basically Libby. And Libby comes through the corner and she's like, oh, not this again, blah, 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 blah. And so they fight back and forth.
So what are we gonna do? You guys can't avoid each other forever. I don't give a flying like.
Well, I'm done too.
And Andre and Libby walk away because they don't want to talk about it anymore. So then a producer shoves Kara, Jasmine, Matt, Brandon, and Guillermo all into one room, and they were probably like, go figure something out. We need to film you guys for 2-3 hours, so like do something. So then they decide to play Truth or Dare. Guillermo dares Kara to do a back roll on the floor. Wow, riveting, so fun. Then Kara dares Brandon to lick the door handle like a lollipop, but he barely touched it. And then Brandon dares Matt to suck Jasmine's toe. How dare you, Brandon? Jasmine's like, you know I have a foot fetish. And Kara's like, girl, we know. And Matt does not want to go near Jasmine's foot, but Jasmine's like, if you love me, you will do it. And so he does it, and then he goes to the bathroom to rinse his mouth. And Jasmine's like, if he only knew where this toe has been. And then you hear her cackle so freaking loud.
I gotta wash my mouth.
If he only knew where this toe had been.
Guillermo's like, Jasmine, I have to admit, like, when I saw you suck Gino's toe like that, and Jasmine goes, what? It was the only thing he would let me suck.
Really? I swear to God,
Downstairs, Jovi tells Gino to call that phone number that was supposedly Matt's. And so Gino's like, oh yeah, I'll call it right now. Beep, 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 beep. Ring, ring, ring. It goes to voicemail.
He might not have changed his number.
Now, back upstairs, Darcy joins the Truth or Dare room. It's Kara's turn, so she picks Truth. Matt asks her if she still has feelings for my man. Guillermo. And she says she'll always love him because they share a child. And Guillermo's like, but I feel like we didn't really even try to make things work. And she gets really heated and she's like, yes, we did. I did. I really tried. That's what you don't get. What are you not getting through your head? And this is where Guillermo, I felt like, was pretty smart because he knows that he could go there and set her off, but he backs off and says, all right. And this is where Jasmine cracks me up because she looks at Kara and she goes, I think you should have just chosen Dare.
Our marriage was getting up.
I think that you should have chosen Dare.
See how even though Kara was so freaking mean to Jasmine, Jasmine is still so nice to Kara. Okay, so now it's Jasmine's turn and she picks Truth and Kara asks if Jasmine loves Matt the same way she loves Gino. And I thought that was an excellent question, but it was awkward. Matt looked very, very awkward, especially when Jasmine couldn't give a straight answer. She was like,
I think that, I don't know, I think that with Gino.
Like, what kind of answer is that? She couldn't just say yes. She couldn't just be like, oh, Matt is fantastic. He is so much better than Gino. Like, of course I love Matt. And then it would have been fine. Like,
Oh, she doesn't love me as much as him.
I don't.
Right? I was like, I think it was a yes or no.
I don't want to be that person again, but I do love him.
I was feeling pretty bad for Matt. Like, Jasmine, if you don't love him and you know it, just let him go. Like, seriously.
The queen?
The newcomer to the circle.
Dare. Oh, double D, baby. Double D.
Now it's Darcy's turn and she picks Dare. And of course, Jasmine does the most sexual dare ever. And she's like, I want you, Darcy, to let Kara lick one of your nipples. And Kara's like, what the freak, girl? And she drops her cheeseburger mid-bite. And she's like, okay, I'll lick one of her boobs, okay? Not the nip, though. And Darcy's like, yeah, double D's, baby.
Pervert.
No, she had to lick twice for his
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, double D's, baby.
I don't know why she kept saying, yeah, double D, yeah, double D, double D. Anyway, Guillermo is dared by Julia to give Kara a sexy dance while taking off his shirt and to feed her the burger with his mouth. I mean, that was so complicated, but... Okay, Guillermo. Meanwhile, Gino, Jovi, and Andre are still downstairs trying to contact the phone number to see if it's Matt.
Look, it's Spanish. Let's see. Bring it on. Says I don't know who you are.
If it wasn't him, he'd say wrong number.
What is Matt?
They sneak upstairs to where they're playing Truth or Dare because basically one of them wants to call. I mean, this is so freaking stupid. One of them keeps calling Matt to see if he'll pick up. So then they send Libby up to check if Matt answers the phone. He doesn't. And so Libby goes into the Truth or Dare room and she's like, hi, Matt. Did you get a phone number? Were you texting someone? What the fuck are you talking about? Were you? And he was like, no.
Is somebody texting you?
I have no idea why.
Were you texting somebody earlier?
No.
And so there you go.
Jasmine's looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, Matt, are you texting anybody right now? And he was like, no.
Gino's like, well, I know that's Matt's phone number because I verified it myself by going to google.com.
Oh, and did anyone notice when Georgie was up there in the Truth or Dare room, Darcy told him, I got more action from Kara than I've gotten from you. Oh.
Yeah, that's right. More action here than I get with you.
By me.
By who?
And then later on, he goes downstairs to tell people about it, and he wasn't very happy. I don't know, I was getting jealous vibes, but like, why? Apparently, they haven't had schmecks in 6 months because Georgie says they've been too busy. Too busy for schmecks?
Jovi, when was that?
That was like 3 months ago.
So that would be 6 months.
We're just too busy.
She said January. Busy to have sex?
Yeah.
And Gino, of all people. Gino, of all people. Did you hear me? Gino, of all people, says,
Oh, Georgie, you could have done a quickie. It's really not that hard. Just like 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh, come on, you can do a quickie.
Gino, shut the hell up. You have no right to say that. But he keeps going and going. He's like,
Yeah, all you have to do is go for like 5 to 10 minutes. Just like a real quick quickie. It's not that hard.
shut up. Like, literally, shut up. Darcy's like, yeah, it definitely doesn't take him that long. It's like, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
It only takes, what, 5-10 minutes?
No, he's quick. He's quick. It's like a wham bam thank you, ma'am. It ain't hours long. That's
You guys, they're so drunk. And Georgie goes, okay, Darcy, you want to go now? You want to have sex right now? Hell yeah, baby. Double D's, baby. So then they go into their bedroom. Darcy's excited, but then wah, Georgie falls asleep.
Yeah, baby. Don't fall asleep. Wake up! Georgie, you feel like a dead body.
Now it's day 2 of the tell-all. They're back at the studio, and everyone loves Matt. Kara's like, yeah, I didn't really want to like you because I'm Team Gino, but you're really likable.
I wanted to not like you.
Oh, okay.
Given everything.
I know.
No,
Then
you meet him and you're like, well, that he's
plan.
so likable. It's crazy.
Jasmine was off to the side eyeing Matt, and she was like, yeah, I got to keep an eye on him because he's very charming. I can't remember who Jasmine was with, but the person was like, oh, what about when you were with Gino? And she was like, oh, I didn't care about Gino because he wasn't charming. He was a creep. Nobody really liked him, but everybody seems to like Matt, so I have to keep my eyes on him.
Because with Gino, I didn't care because he's so bitchy to everyone like you.
Yeah, Jasmine. I have a feeling that Jasmine is not going to want Matt to like date around, and she's going to want to keep him all to herself, but that's not fair because she also at the same time won't want to give him a commitment either. At first, I thought it was really funny, and I didn't understand why they would wear the same dresses and hair and makeup for continuation purposes when we all know that they're going home and refilming the day after. Well, not refilming, but doing day 2 and day 3, like they're splitting up the filming days. But then I read somewhere that they did this so that when they edit the previews, they can just pick and choose the clips and act like it's from different conversations. You know what I mean? Like it's happening in one conversation when it's not necessarily happening in that conversation for clickbait. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. So yeah, that's why they're doing that. Okay, so now it's Kara and Guillermo's turn for the spotlight. We learn that Kara lives in the house that they bought together, not Guillermo. They bought the house together, but Kara disagrees. Kara wants 100% of the house and feels like Guillermo should be off the deed because she was the one who paid the majority of the mortgage.
Are you trying to get his name off the deed?
He didn't contribute money. That's the reality of what happened.
That is not.
I'm just waiting for my moment.
Well, go ahead, have your moment.
Wow, this made me so mad. As if I didn't like her already. This made me really not like her. Like, I really don't like her. She's so selfish and she's so self-centered and she can't think about anyone other than herself. She even admitted that Guillermo paid for the rest of the bills, like groceries, dining out, vacations, trips. But because she made almost all the mortgage payments, she should get 100% of the house.
And then the payment that I was doing, it was like food and this and the other and the kid and the
Specifically about the house.
That is fucked up. That is so fucked up. And I can't believe that Guillermo just backed off of it. He didn't want to argue with her and he gave her the entire deed. And it makes me so upset for him.
I come from nothing and I don't care if I go back there. I just want to have a good life. And if fighting with you, it's not gonna give me that, so then just keep it.
Guillermo feels disrespected by Kara, and he believes that the only reason she has even an ounce of respect for him is because they share a child.
Guillermo, do you think that you would be treated differently by Kara if you did not have a son together?
Yes. Just because I'm the father of her kid?
And I do agree with that. Then we pivot to her music career. Sean asks, so, Kara, is this bringing in any money? Oh, the music industry is so tough, Sean. And Libby nods understandingly. She's like, girl. Yeah, my nursery music career didn't work out either. They do a flashback of Kara's bachata performance and how Guillermo is refusing to go.
How come you didn't go to Kara's performance?
I'm not gonna be part of the possible bull that could be going on in Kara's life.
And listen, here is my take. I don't know if people are going to agree. I don't know if I'm going to be articulate enough to kind of explain the way I'm trying to explain. But basically, Kara wanting to be a pop star or a bachata singer, I don't think that's a problem. If that's her dream, that's her dream. If her dream entails dressing the part, performing, networking, which unfortunately for Guillermo in that industry, networking is at the bars, is at the clubs, is late at night. I'm not saying that Guillermo can't be upset about it. He absolutely has the right to be upset about it. But I'm just saying that industry, that's how the networking goes.
And every time I said that, she's like, who the do you think you are to tell me what to do, what to wear and stuff? And I'm, you know what? Enjoy your life.
I believe Kara has the right to do what she wants.
Somehow I've ended up married to someone doesn't support me. I just never thought it was going to be that way.
But if she wanted so much support from Guillermo for her dream, why couldn't she support him in his dream of being a pilot? Like, that's where it's not making sense for me. And she was like, yeah, if you wanted to be a singer, like, I would be with you out at night.
If his goal was to be a singer and he had a show, I would never miss his show.
Bitch, no, that's not true because you couldn't support his pilot dream. Another thing where Kara went wrong was with the DJ.
Kara will go to the Latin night with her friends, DJ like 3, 4 a.m.
Okay, the DJ / ex-boyfriend or ex-hookup from like 10 years ago. Now, the part where it was 10 years ago, I mean, I don't think that's a big deal. That was so long ago. Who the hell cares? But the problem is when we find out that DJ kept hitting on her. And she admitted herself that, yeah, I know that if I told him, like, let's hook up tomorrow, he would be down to hook up with me.
I'll be very honest. If I went to him tomorrow and was like, hey, let's hook up, I have no doubts he would.
So you know that, and you still hung out with him late at night, drinking, partying, knowing your husband was uncomfortable with it. No wonder Guillermo felt like he was constantly disrespected, because he was. She didn't even consider his feelings. I'm pretty sure she was like, oh my God, you don't have to worry about that. Like, I don't like him. I'm not going to fuck him. I'm not going to, flirt with him. I told him I made my boundaries clear. But it doesn't matter because he kept disregarding your boundaries and he kept pushing the limits. And at a certain point, not at a certain point, I think if I let a guy know my boundaries, I'm married, don't fuck with me, and he pushed it again, I'd be like, no, we're done. She put her music career first. And so, yeah, that's why their marriage didn't work out. Now, Guillermo does have a right to feel uncomfortable with Kara's wearing, but I mean, that's kind of his problem in my opinion. He clearly has a very specific vision of what a wife and a mother should be and should wear and should act like, and Kara doesn't fit it. Guillermo talks about how she bounces from party to party and drinks until 4 a.m. and she has a drinking problem, which she did agree to and acknowledge. And then she tried to quit drinking, but it only lasted 2 weeks.
I can stop drinking. I will try to stop drinking because I want our marriage to work.
And how did that go?
2 weeks.
And I like how Sean finally called someone out and she was like, so do you think that was enough time? No, probably not. Oh, and I love how Gino stood up for her. He was like, oh, come on, Guillermo. She was just having fun. A girl can't have fun. Their segment just went on and on and on, and I literally just don't give a fuck. Guillermo thinks Kara changed after they got married, but Kara says she's been exactly the same way. She hasn't changed. She's always partied. She's always drank. She's always wanted to be a singer. And
from day one when I met Guillermo, I've never not been who I am. Like, I never changed. He changed.
I do believe her. I actually do. I think, if anything, Guillermo changed, and that not in a bad way. Like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. People are allowed to change. But I think that maybe he thought that she would, like, settle down and not be so into the party lifestyle when she got married, and especially after she had kids. But I'm not on the train where, like, parents can't have fun. Like, just because you're a mom or a dad, you can't go out and party once in a while. But the problem was she was doing it every weekend. So yeah. Oh, and then they talk about that one time Guillermo came home late from work and he looked disheveled and went to the shower. And so they thought that Kara and her mom thought that he could have been cheating, which is so stupid.
Comes back out. My mom was like, he's late. He's disheveled. Supposed to be at work. Runs to the bathroom. Like, suspicious.
Okay, now it's Brandon and Julia's turn. She's going to reveal her pregnancy, but Julia can't get the words out of her mouth because she starts crying. Everyone's anxious, waiting to hear if she's pregnant or not, but then she can't stop crying. And then she shares that she's had several miscarriages, but is finally 6 months pregnant. Everybody's happy for her, but she's so anxious. And I felt really bad for her because she had those prior miscarriages. I think she constantly has that fear that she might miscarry again, and that's got to be a horrible feeling. She calls her parents on video, lets them know that she's pregnant. They're super happy.
Let me just like show like this. Like this.
Beautiful.
Это она покушала просто, поужинала хорошо и все.
And then they call Betty and Ron, and apparently Julia and Brandon have been very distant from them.
So when is the last time you guys saw each other?
It's been a while.
Been a while.
I do feel like there's been a distance, like, between us. I would like to fix.
They don't know why, and Julia starts to explain, and the episode ends. Dun dun dun. I know, so boring. What a snooze fest. Well, that concludes the Tella Part 2 recaps. What are your thoughts? Were you as bored as I was? Let me know down in the comments, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye!
No, invite me to Vegas!
Monday, eat my ass. Tuesday, eat my ass. Wednesday, eat my ass. Thursday, eat my ass. Friday, eat my ass. Saturday, eat my ass. I really honor God, so Sunday I'll let you fast.